Hey, welcome back. Jason here as always. In this video, we're going to talk about creating user groups. All right, so I hinted at this in some of the previous videos, so let's dig in. Come back here to your settings. You go to users and groups. Here's where this has value. So let's say, like we've been talking about, you've got your login, right? Your basic login. The default group is admin access. As you might guess, gives you access to everything. What if we hired somebody and we didn't want them to have access to everything? You'd come up here and create a group for them. Okay. Add a new group, and this is like, whatever makes sense. So we'll call this group VA, and if you need to put a description, do so. Virtual assistant. Now you get to show what lists they can see. So let's say we only wanted them to see the prospects list. And set some permissions here, and it breaks down by like everything. Okay, so what can they do with lists? Maybe they can add people to list, but they can't delete. What can they do with campaigns? Maybe they can do everything. So you can go through and set this however you want to with permissions. And if you want to place limits, this is a newer category. I haven't seen that before. You can. So I'm going to tell you this based on experience. You need to test what you've done. Okay, so I created, we've got the admin group, we've got the VA group. If we go back here and we want to change this group from admin to VA, we just simply go to edit. And you're going to come down here, change the group. Okay. You need to test it because I've done this in the past, and I swear everything that was checked the way it should be logically, but when I actually logged in from that person's account, I wasn't able to see stuff that I should be able to see, and I couldn't see stuff that I should, and vice versa. So it's been a while. It's been a couple years since I've done that and dug in, but in the past there's been more than one occasion where things didn't quite line up. So my advice to you based on that experience would be if you're going to make a restricted group, make it more restricted than you think, and then loosen it up as you need to, because the other way around, you may be giving a lot more permission than you think. Even though that sounds bad, and you should be able to trust what you do. If ActiveCampaign says this, you should be able to trust that. But in my experience, there were some things on more than one occasion that just didn't line up. It logically didn't make any sense. So test that out. But from a high level, being able to do that makes sense. You could have an admin group, a manager's group, a salesperson group, a VA group, etc. Most people that I see don't do this, right? When people start to get more contractors and or employees working for them, the need for this grows. And typically my clients that I've worked with that have 2 or more groups doing a little bit more in revenue, got a little bit bigger teams as well. So it's nice for you to know that is an option, okay? Pretty easy to use, pretty easy to test, pretty easy to set up. So it's pretty self-explanatory now that you know it's there. That is all I've got for you, talking about user groups, as I'm calling it. You got users, and then those users can belong to different groups. So I hope this helps. See you in the next video, and it is the last video in this section. See you soon.